Okay, recording has started.
Lovely, jubbly, hello.
Hello. It's weird to go from like crying over a film about raccoons' ball sacks to the podcast, but
It's not that weird because that's just what you do anyway, you little gaslighter.
gaslight the nutsack. But this might sound a bit weird because Pugga's blessing the Bahrains down in Africa.
Mashallah. Actually, a surprise topic for you. Have you heard of Peaches?
Peaches.
She's she's
Oh, the
basically
singer.
a. Oh,
The singer Peaches.
no, it's just this morbidly obese black woman from America who threatened to break into Cardi B's house, just giving Cardi B a call, and she was. She was just sat there, like going, ah, ah, and then she'd hit herself, laugh, and then just said, "I'm coming. If you do, I got security on my side, outside my house."
Peaches sounds like the hero in this story.
She is. I mean, she saw, I think it was Cardi B or something, and on Instagram, she's like starts screaming Cardi B, and this like 200 to 400-pound beast just flops over and starts screaming Cardi's name and rolling on the floor.
Laughing my
afraid.
ass off.
I'm very curious as to how I haven't come across her sooner because she is just American Timothy James Byrne.
Yeah.
She used to eat her own poo as well.
Well, that's certainly not how she got the name Peaches then.
Because her bum looked like a pair of peaches before the poo came through.
Well, that's fucking horrible, actually. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
Surprise topic over, Sean.
So, you were telling me a story before, but I cut you off because I wanted you to save it for the podcast. So apparently Bosley's revolted against Brie.
Yeah, it's not often that you see Bosley gets angry. He's just this short, fat, lovely little. I want to say he's like the little raccoons that commit guerrilla warfare against the Japanese government or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's a nice guy. I know if he sat there, you give him a bone and everything changes. He still loves you. He doesn't care if you take his bone. But if that little fucking itch Brie shows up, that's it. He's going to war. He's declaring jihad. He's doing everything. I think he's actually gotten on quite well with the Muslim population because he really just starts praying to his Quran.
He really does be in there.
He just. I mean, every time he bites her, I do give him a biscuit. I want to encourage that behaviour.
Yeah, you got to, especially when you're down there.
What do you mean down there?
Just, in that general area.
Well, for a start, I'm on the third floor, so.
That's what I mean, specifically the third floor. When you are on the third floor, you do want to be showing that type of behaviour. But,
I do remember kicking Brie into the pool. That was
fun. When you say kick, do you mean gently nudge, or do you mean like full on fucking Pepe Reina goal kick into the fucking?
I mean, I gave it to Rey Mysterio at one point.
What, 619?
Huh?
What fucking ropes were available to swing off of?
It wasn't into a pool, so and we do have a washing net outside, so I think I pulled it off all right. I think I missed a few on the style points, but I should get her in.
You did drop down to a C rank on Devil May Cry in terms of that combo.
Right, watch it.
Okay.
No, very well. I got a D rank for dog.
I can't remember last time we talked for this, but what have you been doing since we last spoke? I mean, you're in fucking the Middle East now, which you weren't when we last spoke, so that's significant.
Yes. That's about it. Just the Middle East. I'm now a laptop gamer.
For now.
I can. Sounds more like a threat.
You know.
Uh, I've managed to escape the British police though for what I did in the Cineworld toilets.
You're like fucking, what was that, lay me off? I'm gonna lay a pipe on the fucking toilet seat and smush the seat down.
This was 2 weeks after I started. I just went. I really needed a poo, and I went into the bathroom and I let something go. I'm pretty sure I drained a radiator and the water reserve it was connected to.
When the poo was so bad you become a domestic terrorist.
But then, like, the co-worker who was like training me, he was in their stall next to me, and it was just tragic because we both walked out at the same time. I thought I escaped on time.
Cool guys don't look back at explosions. You walked out like Psy in that Gangnam Style video.
Just with a bit of toilet paper hanging from my shoe as I do the little nay-nay with both hands. I don't know what that move is called.
A nay-nay with both hands is a gallop.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm putting me chips down in the idiot. I know you haven't played it, but the PC gaming show 2020
I haven't played that.
It's tomorrow. It's in my top 5 game of all time. But like, it's one of those games that gets like, do you know there's always them games that get rumored to be coming out on PC finally, like the way MCC was for years. But like,
No, but yeah, but like
where every couple of years there'd always be a new fake Halo 3 coming to Steam's thing, but Persona 4 is like that, and apparently it's got a Steam database listing which I've seen, and yet I won't believe it until I've seen it. And apparently it's going to be one of those ones that the announcement is going to be a it's out right now kind of announcement, which are the best kind of announcements. Like, there's this thing, it's available to buy and play now, but if it turns out to be, if Atlas's block of that segment or that show goes and Persona 4 is not being announced, I will be a broken man, and thus I will cry for a second day in a row, and it won't be because of raccoon nutsacks this time.
How do you feel if you found out I'm actually like a top supporter of Persona and I've got a PS Vita?
I have got a PS Vita.
Sad. Said mine's a joke. You're real.
No, PS Vita is severely underrated.
Yeah, where are the games though?
Fucking on the torrent websites. All the games on the PlayStation Vita aren't PS Vita games. They're PS1 games you just play on the go. It had Metal Gear Solid HD collection, but that was about it.
What about Monster Splints?
What's Oh, you're being
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, but when you said Monster Splints, I thought it was like a Splinter Cell game for some reason.
When I hear the word Monster Splints,
when I hear the word Monster Splinter, Master Splinter.
That's just Skaven though, isn't it?
Yeah. when you mentioned Skaven before, like cause you kept talking about the fucking Skaven, and I assume it's because you're playing Total Warhammer 2.
Yes.
But like, when I thought there was like a Warhammer game that was just Warhammer Skaven. I don't mean Vermintide.
Yeah,
I mean like, got you there, you knobhead. You fucking went quick, went.
Vermintide 2, idiot.
Oh fuck. He's got me there, lads.
Came back with the rebound.
Back once again with the Renegade Master D4 Damager, power to the people. Anyway, the PS4 pop collar.
Hang on, no, you were. I want to hear more about this hypothetical fucking Skaven game.
Because you said I want to talk about Skaven, and I was like, this is Warhammer game called Skaven.
I mean, Total Warhammer 2, just playing as the Skaven is its own thing.
The one thing I know about the Skaven in Total Warhammer 2 is you can just burrow underneath a base and just create an atom bomb. I
mean, so far I've been that person who kind of started using them at the early game, and I'm at the point now where I've forgotten they existed. Now they're more of a detriment to my economy. So I've just said fuck it, moved in.
I'd love to break your neck. The PS4 does look like a pop collar, doesn't it? It looks like a router with like.
You know what else? Fucking collar can be popped.
It's a little pop collar. Do you think it actually looks? Do you think it looks good or not? Because I've seen people saying it looks fucking awful.
Fuck ugly.
Yeah.
It does look like one of those fake fucking.
It does like 2007. This is what the Xbox 720s.
Let the baldness hit the floor.
This is what. Alright, guys. This is what the Nintendo Wii 7's gonna look like. It's gonna come It's gonna come bundled with Wii Sports 28, even though there's only 7 Wii consoles.
I just imagine like this 47-year-old bald bloke from Cheshire saying that.
Alright, guys. My uncle, Mr. Nintendo's, told me what the new Nintendo console is going to be called, and it's going to be called.
It's related to Morgs.
It's going to be called the Nintendo We Love to Play Video Games on our Nintendo console. That is the name of what I am saying right now.
And you can have a mobile phone with it called the Wii U phone.
All the like console, or like the disc like cases and everything have the name of the console, but it just takes up the entire front cover. It's because of how long of a name it is.
Oh dear. I still don't believe that like PS5 is real. Just woke up yesterday and I was like, skip.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because when I hear the word PS5, I'm still in that mindset of the PS3 days where it's just such a ludicrous fucking thing, like name itself.
Xbox can go fuck itself because it just sounds more like a side grade rather than just a new generation.
It's not sound like and the annoying thing about Xbox, apart from having like really shit actual names for the consoles, the project names for them are always better. Like this was like Project Scarlet. It was gonna be called the Xbox Scarlet.
What? No, sorry. What was the Kinect called? It was Project Scorpio, wasn't it?
No, it was Project Natal. I remember being at a friend's house and we were downloading Xbox arcade, like fucking inside game and things, and it was showing Connectimals, but it wasn't called that back then. I was like, with the new Project Natal. And it didn't come out till like 2 years later, and it was awful, except when you see it in Ghost Adventures and so acts like it's high-end technology, and it's like, mate, it can't even detect black people trying to play fucking WWE 2K whatever. It's not gonna pick up a ghost.
I mean,
that's a fair point. But you know what, Pugga, you know the way the Xbox looks like a fridge? The new one. Do you know what else looks like a fridge?
You fat cunt.
Close. Chris Redfield in Resi 8.
He's built like a shit brick house. He looks like the AC that is in my room right now.
You see him in Resi 1, he looks like a twink. You see him in Code Veronica, same fella. See him in Resi fucking 5, he's been on the roids. And 6, no, he's like Resi 5 he was on the roids, 6 he was, and 6 he was still kind of the Resi 5 model, but like toned down a bit. And then 7
he was trying to get back to his twink ways from what I saw.
7 he was just a completely new fella who just happened to share the same name. He just showed up and was like, hi, I'm Christopher Redfield. And then
Chris!
Oh, Chris! I'm gonna do a trace, I see. And now in 8, he looks like, I thought he was Mr. X at first until I saw his face. I was like, who's modded Chris from Resi 5 to be Mr. X's model? Is he got the same coat?
Like, the most terrifying thing is just how fucking dark Sully is.
Yeah.
Just, I'm sorry, Ethan.
He looks like he should.
It's not like 2 rounds, it's like fucking 8, and he just stares at Ethan in the eyes like, Ethan, I cannot see. There is muscles in front of my eyes.
Ethan.
If I blink, I crush my eyelids.
My upper eyelids are too strong and my lower eyelids are too weak. Raise eyelids, I cannot.
I can see into my own brain if I blink too hard because it pushes them down and around.
I do push up with eyelash.
Ethan, help me.
Ethan Klein, please do not make an exposure video on me. Please do not attack my sponsors, Ethan.
Raycon is very nice, Ethan. Look that you can't even see them on me because I am so big.
Ethan, when I'm working out 23 hours a day, I like to listen to Audible.
I wish I could get a sponsorship from Raid, but I keep breaking phone. But that's why they have it on PC. This video is brought to you by Red Shadow Legend.
All it took was one game appearance for Chris Redfield to go from being an American hero to a Russian gopnik who's just barely can speak English and only knows workout routines.
Sponsorships. You can't forget the sponsorships.
Oh yeah, the sponsorships. The next, I swear to God, it better be the G Fuel virus for this one.
Keemstar. That's a relevant one. I find him really funny because he's just such a funny looking man.
Keemstar
and laugh.
Keemstar makes me laugh until I realise he's a dad and he's about 50 and then I get sad. Because I'm like, imagine waking up, checking your Twitter and seeing your dad shitposting again and attacking fucking 15-year-olds.
I mean,
you don't probably have to imagine that.
I really don't, actually. My dad's actually punched a 15-year-old.
We'll leave that there.
Sure, I bet you have autoimmune.
He fucking pulls up, he pulls up, sees a 15-year-old, and you just see the Halo Reach assassination medal pop up above his head.
Killjoy! Oh no! Oh, I'll never forget my old Italian neighbour. Like, he was old and it was from our house that I don't live in anymore because he could be dead for all I know. But I remember him, there was like loads of rumours that he was a really violent fucker. And I didn't believe him until someone who knew him personally said, oh yeah, no, he just broke a 12-year-old's arm once. Just for the fun of it or something.
Yeah,
There's no real rhyme or reason other than, I'm Italian, skibbity babbity.
Other than I can do this.
Your army is like dry spaghetti.
On the topic of Halo Reach assassinations, what's your favourite Halo? But you can't say ODST because that's cheating for some reason.
OBST. OBS. Halo OBS.
Halo BTEC.
That's Haze.
Right,
that's Halo BTEC.
I've got two very important questions here now.
No, hang on, I still haven't made my mind up. You're gonna let me... There's no flow to this, Sean.
Or, you tell you what...
sat here bullying me, and it's getting quite personal now.
If Halo ODST doesn't count, but we'll say
Halo
like...
2.
Halo 2, really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, but Todd was very cool. He was like, what would you have your arbiter do? And they were like, yeah, go kill Mr. John Spartan, man.
ODST has some of the best dialogue. I like it when Gravemind picks up Master Chief and Arbiter and then goes, "You kiss now," and puts them together and you see it's actually Chris Redfield. And he squeezes Master Chief's bottom half so much his helmet pops off his head. He's like, I flex finger.
Did you know there's actually a Chinese censored?
Yeah, I saw that
MCC.
the other day. Yeah, the fucking...
It's so weird.
It's not been updated since launch because it's still got the old UI and the had to render cutscenes again.
Good question. What UI do you prefer? PC MCC or the old school MCC, like launch MCC UI with the main menu?
PC. I really didn't like the look of launch MCC.
Really?
I think a middle ground would be better. I think there's way more of a compromise that could be met at the minute with the current UI.
The current UI you can kind of get lost in menus. There's no
Yeah.
telling where you came from, I guess.
There's one thing I really don't like in MCC, and I guess it falls on the UI, is when you get nameplates and unlock them, it doesn't tell you how you unlocked it. It just says, because it changes from the unlock requirement to like, you have this, and say I know. I want to know how I got it.
Yeah, any game that just doesn't tell you how you did X, Y, or Z needs a smack Y or bleb.
Yeah, pretty
You know,
much.
I've been getting angry at Total War 2. It's been like, here's the side objectives. Have you completed them? What? What side objectives? You haven't completed all of them, but you completed some of them, so have a couple of dollary dues just for you. But what side objectives? You just said burn down 6 households. Yeah, and you didn't get the babies.
You didn't tell me whose house I was burning. You just said go burn a house.
Like the mission description is just like a bit of fluff text from what I can tell. It's like Tretch Craven Tail likes his babies burnt and his white ethno state white. And I don't know where it's going with this, but that's basically it. That's all the mission text is.
Pugga, please, I
And then
need to ask
when you
these questions because I need to know the answers. It's somewhat related to Skaven.
Ooh, it's skittery.
What do you reckon Sando's neck smells like?
Have you ever smell, you know, a really dry place? Like, how do I put it? Somewhere really dusty. It's not old person dusty, where they just haven't moved in a week and you can't tell if they're dead or just having a nap.
Like an attic?
Yeah, like an attic, except with the fiberglass. That's what Nando's neck
Did you actually mean to call Sando Nando's?
Well, to be fair, he is 5 Nando.
He is 5 Nando. He is Nando.
Let's be Jimmy.
Hey, Sando's side channel's actually been picking up recently. Go subscribe to it. It's Mr. Boss for the win, I think.
I don't know if that's a joke or not.
No, he's been doing pretty good GTA content. He's been trying to stop the train for about 5 years now.
Sure.
Yeah.
I hope you know I'm on a metered connection. I'm on pay as you go and it costs like £2 for a gigabyte right now. And if I dare go onto YouTube and find out that Mr. Boss for the win isn't Sando, I will fucking hurt you.
It's a good job it is. Anyway, what do you think Sando
Right.
bathes in?
I'm gonna go. I think he.
Google it? I don't know what that means.
What?
Fucking
Google it. No.
Guitar Hero 3 guitar tone sound.
What was your question?
What do you think Sando bathes in?
No, sorry, I didn't answer the question in time.
Okay, go. Next question.
I want to say American cheddar.
Oh god, what, like spray cheese?
No, not spray cheese. It comes in like a little tub out here.
Oh.
Oh, do you want to know? Actually, bit off topic. You want to know what's absolutely buggered? The butter in Bahrain, if it's not like something you can find in Europe, it does not melt. It's 50 degrees right now. The butter does not melt outside. It remains a brick.
Can we send Mythbusters to investigate Bahrainian butter?
Well, I mean, Bahrain's just, I don't like it.
I get the feeling if you were to search the components in Bahrainian butter, there would be way less milk in there than you would expect. It's
I
probably
don't
stuff
think
like
there's
iron.
any milk. I think it's just like
It's just a yellow brick.
creatine.
Jesus Christ. That's
Instant whey. Oh,
it's G Fuel. It's Dr. Disrespect D-Fool.
If you're not eating Bahraini butter, you are not getting ripped like Fridge Redfield. He looks like a fridge.
Fridge Redfield's fucking... That needs to be his new name. It's gotta be the fan name for this version of Chris, because God knows it's gonna be different in the next Resi again.
Fridge Redfield? He is just built like a shit brick house. I don't get it. How does that happen? How did they go, yes, this will be a new Chris Redfield?
Well, it happened with
Ethan,
Resi...
I am sorry.
It happened in Resi 5, like literally everyone was like... Oh,
yeah, but did people hate Resi 5 and Resi 6? They kind of like...
Everyone hated Resi 5 when it come out, because 4 was just so good. And then 5 was alright. It had co-op stuff and that was its main drive. But then Resi 6 come out and it was so bad that people loved Resi 5. Me included. And yeah, Resi 6 it's pretty bad still. The main villain in it's called Derek.
Oh, that's not a threatening name.
Derek Simmons.
Hello, my name is Derek.
Where you're coming off of where the last main villain was called fucking Wesker, and now it's
Alvy.
Now it's
Wesker.
little Albus. This is a topic, but I don't really know what the question is. This is something I wrote down apparently. Tony Hawk's Crash Boom Bang or whatever the fuck that film was called. Sean, Google it for me. I don't know what
Tony Hawk's Crash Boom Bang Adventures. Do you not remember that?
No, I know what it is, but what's the question? What do we talk about with it? What was I expecting?
Right, I need to Google it just to see if you ever just that 2 GB fucking service charge is going to be worth it.
I swear to God,
okay,
the only
I've already wasted.
The only thing that'll make this better. You've wasted 25p googling fucking Tony Hawk Crash Boom Bang.
No, I didn't even Google that. I googled Tom Hawk.
Your dad's gonna come down with a fucking 15-year-old's arm in his hand, and he's gonna be like, "Why have you been fucking googling Tom Hawk, Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks Crash Boom Bang?"
I mean, I remember when you showed me that movie in like retaliation for me showing you that like Sean Connery piss fetish movie.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. And then we were like, you know what, this film's awful. Let's finish watching it, and then just immediately after watch fucking a shitty CGI Tony Hawk one.
It was Boom Boom Sabotage.
What the fuck's Crash Boom Bang? Where did I get that from?
Can we appreciate the fucking main villain?
Yeah, that the main villain remind me of that film. Was it Food Fight? The other CGI one. I'm pretty sure they got the.
Where it's a dirty fucking quality.
I'm pretty sure it just like model swapped and like some parts of it. But yeah, there was some.
You know what it looked like to me?
What? I'm genuinely trying to remember it. I know we watched all of it. Was Tony Hawk in it?
Yeah, do you want to see?
I remember
it's
like
fucking smug.
I remember one scene where Tony Hawk was in it.
And it was just him saying, "Kids, don't do drugs. This is my cousin, the clown man."
He was literally just doing bowl tricks, and then I don't remember him in any other main part of the movie. Fucking hell, long
Oh no,
face.
he got imprisoned. I remember that.
Fucking mountain blade looking motherfucker. Hang on. He got imprisoned.
Yeah, do you not remember that? Okay, like these are the three quote-unquote main characters.
Okay, I remember this guy, a guy that looks like an executive with an old Xbox 360 microphone.
He's got the Xbox Series X head. Fridge.
Okay, does look like he's just trying to smuggle an Xbox out of a fucking GameStop with it in his mouth.
Are we done with Boom Boom Sabotage? I really don't like it. Let's just get away from that.
But you know what? On you can play on this one. You know what? It's so depressing that I can't even think to make a transition talking to it. but the absolute
Talking.
state of Rockstar games nowadays. Like, in that PlayStation. By the way, I should point out, your laughs recently have just sounded like complete and utter static. Like, I can imagine a floppy nostril.
Oh, hang on. I've just found a cool feature with my microphone. I can like zoom
Why,
it out.
why does it sound like a Supra?
I don't know. Just Sammy, hard left. Oh wait, I think my microphone's been facing the wrong way as well.
Oh. I mean, it hasn't been a massive, like, shit quality. But, yeah, the state of Rockstar games, like, in that PlayStation thing that happened yesterday, was that? The event showing off all the PlayStation 5 stuff.
It was just.
It was pretty bad, but, like, then the Rockstar logo comes up, and everyone's like, oh my god, what is it? And it's like, we're now releasing a standalone version of GTA Online, and it, like, support on GTA Online for, like, another year. So now it's available on 3 different consoles.
Oh, you know what really got to me about it though?
Well,
The thing that fucked me off the most was when they decided to say, "Oh yes, all the PlayStation Plus owners from today will get $1 million free cash for every month until 2021." Do you realise how much work $1 million cash was?
I don't know why, but I genuinely think this side of your mic is worse than the wrong side. It's more tinny.
I'm just gonna put it back in its little
It just did the Supra noise. Did you swap it back around?
It's not even swapping, it's just like telescopic, so it's like. Right. It's just. All I have to say is. All I have to say is it's just incredible how they've like not released half the DLCs they promised for online. Just rehashed single player shit for multiplayer.
I don't know if you remember this, but like when it was coming out, there was this massive thing they were planning with the game's stock market for online.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like you could invest in like a car company, and then you'd go blow up other cars, and then that car company that you invest in would go up. And you're like, yeah, it's coming out, and then after years of it, they just quietly stopped talking about it. I still think the funniest thing, this was the other week, the GTA Online got a relatively big, like, not a massive update, like in terms of content, but like fixes. A lot of shit got discounted and all that. Do you know what Red Dead got the same week? Tins of beans were half off.
I've been getting into Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2 is sick. That's why it's so annoying that like it's not getting any support. Like we want the Outlaw Pass free.
No, it got the opposite of support. Like apparently they shut down the servers in solidarity with the blackout Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah. And the strangest thing is, like, it's the first time I've seen Rockstar do something right.
But to be fair, GTA, it did it on GTA Online as well.
Yeah, no, I saw that, but like, Red Dead, it's a little dead already, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just.
Well, because me and Connor, right, we want to get back into playing it. But the best way to play it is whenever the Outlaw Passes come out, which are like, you know, like season pass kind of things. So like, you kind of want to be leveling up that pass alongside leveling up yourself. So until the Outlaw Pass 3 comes out, you don't really want to be playing it because you're going to be leveling up without progressing to multiple things at once. So we do want.
You're not getting the optimal gameplay because that's what it's all about, isn't it?
No,
I was about to call you a lot of bad words.
That's for your podcast in the future, I'm afraid. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really sad to see like Rockstar become what they basically have been parodying for years. A lot of it I want to think is Take Two Interactive because they are behind some of the most scummy business decisions they've done. Whenever they've sent
At the
like
same time, Rockstar's like not actually made any public objections or
yeah,
to
yeah,
it after all these years.
like I said, for the longest time I wanted to believe it was them, just Take Two, because anytime you'd see something like a modder got fucking attorneys knocking at his door, it was always through Take Two that they got sent. But after so long of it, if Rockstar cared, they would just split. They can. Rockstar have built up like a massive
Yeah.
reputation to where they could just ditch Take Two and not worry too much about tanking.
I reckon it's literally just Rockstar knows how shitty Take Two is, so they're going to take advantage of. They don't like what someone's doing to their game. They can just ask their daddy, Take Two, you guys sort them out, please. They're using your property, you know, being real. The bootleg Game of Thrones. No, playing their cards right so they can get away with almost anything while saying, well, we're locked into contract by these buggers, when in reality they're not really. And
Yeah.
then, wasn't it Take Two that basically dissolved ASP2?
Yeah.
That's not okay. That's Blackburn, basically. We're
see-
back in like 1800s territory.
It's just, oh, it's fucking awful. Like, it used to be when you see Rockstar, you knew. I mean, to their fairness, Red Dead 2 being their most recent release shows they can still do good games, but they're always attached to these fucking cancerous fucking tumours of business deals. And it sours you on the entire experience. But,
Yeah.
yeah. But did you see that? It literally just like leaked a few hours ago. The that Star Wars game.
Oh, what? Starfire or some shit?
Squadrons. Microsoft stores online accidentally published art for a new Star Wars game called Star Wars Squadrons, and it's got a TIE fighter pilot on the front and a rebel pilot. So people think it's gonna be a space like fighting game.
I've got them installed on this laptop, I think. Hang on. Where is it? Like in the same vein as like the old school ones from like the 90s.
like kind of like they've not shown any fun. This is basically what people having to put together from the pictures, but it's like single player with a focus on multiplayer. So it might be like the old what is it, like Rebel X Fighter Alliance and shit.
And then you had TIE Fighter and all that, yeah. But
Yeah.
hopefully they.
I
What
hope
I'm
so.
hoping for, to be honest,
If it's like
is
an
just
Elite,
like a remake.
if it's like an Elite Dangerous type game in the Star Wars universe, I mean it'd have to be way more stripped down. But
Thing is, I could appreciate it, but at the same time, it's Star Wars. It's just you're gonna get so many people sat there like, "I am a knight of Ren. Give me all your money."
yeah, but then you just blow them up and they're like, "You can't fucking do this, fail RP. It's fail RP. I paid £10 for this ship. I paid £10."
Oh, that's the point. Actually, Elite Dangerous, Elite Feet. What's the code name for it?
What? Is that a Tim and Eric song? Oh no, that's Petite Feet. Petite Feet, feminine step.
Elite Dangerous is getting Odyssey, which is the first-person component,
Yeah.
and people are like, "Oh, it doesn't have base building," but at the end of the day, it's first person. They've struggled to add like planets. I'm pretty impressed they managed to get feet working.
Yeah.
That also does mean we'll be able to explore the ships and we'll have a proper sense of scale when it comes to like what ship you're in. Because the Sidewinder is just, it's fucking huge either way.
Yeah, I remember scale was a bit of a problem in that game because you couldn't really compare your ship to anything because it was the only things you could compare your ship to were asteroids and other ships.
Stations, because a lot of the time other ships were always moving, and if, like, yeah, you could use a third-person camera, but
I remember
good luck finding out where you're flying.
I remember the first time I played Elite Dangerous, and I loved the design of the space stations, but two, it took me probably about 20 minutes real time to find my way in because of the rotating entrance. I was like, where the fuck's the, where, how do I get in? It's like a Rubik's Cube.
I mean, if you want a good like original old school Elite playthrough, I recommend Orbis. I think it's called Orbis or something like that. It's just literally Elite on
Is it an
with
actual
modern graphics.
Elite game, or is this like a
It's
fan service?
fan made.
Yeah.
It's fan made, but it keeps more to the original Elites as opposed to the new one.
Yeah, 'cause I know Elite's been like a series since the fucking ZX Spectrum.
Oh, damn, my dad used to fucking bust nuts about it. He used to play it on the Commodore. And fair enough on him, but like, I wish he kept it because I would have loved to give that a go.
Yeah, it's probably fucking a collector's item at this point now.
Yeah. He used to have everything like the BBC Micro and whatnot, but
BBC Micro, also known as that thing that gets name dropped in Half Man, Half Machine by Goldie Looking
what
Shane.
does it mean? What does it mean?
Such a
Oh, don't want to get you in too much trouble. I love the maggot.
Yeah, Maggot's.
That's my
It's a shame
favourite
he's the Maggot. I mean, like as a member though as well, Maggot's like one of the better members of Goldie Looking Shane, and it's a shame he's like one of the few people to have left.
Oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah, Maggot left. He was also on Big Brother at one point. I think he made it. It's like the last three.
I just imagine him only hanging out in the female bathrooms, like, oh no.
Like a little skeever.
I hear you had something dirty, lad. Yeah. I don't even know what a Welsh accent is. All I know is they're from Cwmbran and they have really good parking.
Oh, yeah, well, that's. I mean, I guess that's a good thing to take pride in about your place.
Yeah, I mean, Milton Keynes. We have it. Shit, I don't have the image. Feck.
And then Scousers, we have weird people.
Hang on.
Like that guy who got arrested in Las Vegas, and he was in his boxies, and like people were like, we just want to take you to your hotel room, and he was like, I'd rather you just arrest me now, I don't want the surprise.
Hang on, I'm just trying to find this one image. It's just Milton Keynes is. Yeah.
The only thing I really know about Milton Keynes is that video you sent me of a random fella that goes in to complain at the travel centre.
Oh, what? Auditing Britain.
Auditing Britain, that was him.
It's scary how close he is to me.
What, like personally, or do you mean like where you live?
I don't know, and that's the scariest part.
When you say close to me, do you mean close to your heart or close to your location?
Both. I mean,
Okay.
he means a lot to me. He goes up to like military bases and starts taking pictures. And it doesn't help that he's darker skinned than most people.
Yeah.
So immediately, the guards, they get like, mate, what are you doing?
The
Oh, I'm
sweat,
just recording a plane.
the sweating
but
is
what are you
real.
doing?
Like they see him approaching, and then he's fucking 2 shades darker than what they used to, and the fucking the sweat levels go up.
And they see the backpack.
And then the fucking the guns go up as well as the sweat.
You hear the guns rattle as their hands shake, and then Chris Ridgefield walks in. Hello, I'm Chris.
And then the fucking Halo Reach assassination logo appears above Chris. And the head, so does the Headhunter one. Every fucking Halo Reach kill streak medal appears above him.
I have killed ISIS.
Hello, I have killed many.
I mean, I just. Oh, Far Cry 5. That went on discount recently, though. That was.
It's a fun game, that. It was a good game to make funny hashtag gaming memories on. There was a like a little companion you can have called Cheeseburger. There was a really fat bear, and me and Connor always used to have Cheeseburger with us. But when me and Connor play that game, 90% of the time we just fish, and because we would always have cheeseburger with us, we'd get used to, you know, like just ambient bear grunts. And one time we were fishing and we could hear bear grunts and we were like, oh, that's cheeseburger. And then I realised we don't actually have cheeseburger with us. And next thing Conan saw was he just heard me screaming and being dragged off by a random bear that was not cheeseburger. It was actually terrifying because when you get attacked by animals in Far Cry games, it's like a little jump scare.
I was playing it recently, and I had like, who was it? The flamethrower bloke. Let's just call him bloke.
Oh heck! Oh wait, no.
Heck.
Oh no, heck! It's the other good. It's the guy with the pyrotechnics when you meet him, isn't he? It's like syncing him up to music.
And I was just having a little trouble with him. First time I find one of those like prepper bunkers, like one of the bunkers in a house.
Yeah.
I come back out, notice two Peggies. Peggy, watch out! Susan, help me!
Help me!
Susan, help me! My knees will buckle.
Is that you, Robbie? Is that my grandson, Robbie?
I don't know who this old woman is or her grandson Robbie.
You my child.
You sound more like Psychic Pebbles doing an old woman voice.
Desmond, the smiling friends are here to see you.
Anyway, yeah, so I see these two peggers.
Oh, fucking hell.
Poggers.
Get careful throwing that word around. And you say it with that much conviction. Sounds like it could be a substitution for something.
No. No. God,
These
no.
fucking
to say
peggers.
Yes, I meant to say poggers. So I kill him. I'm like, okay. Oh, there's a gun shop lady with her little dog. I will go pet the dog. That was the first thing on my mind. And I just see like some grass rustle and not Russell Crowe. I thought, what?
What?
Okay.
Let's try that again.
I see some grass rustle, and the next thing I know, I'm just seeing this little brown turd creature just going. And I just don't know what to do, and I start panicking, and the only weapons I have are a bow and arrow, a silenced pistol, and the Terminator shotgun. My instinct is to get my Terminator shotgun out, but I forget I load it up with Dragon's Breath.
Oh, Jesus.
So I ended up setting fucking off the area on fire. Oh, I do wish that it had Far Cry 2's fire.
Yeah, Far Cry, every game
I think
should
that's
have.
the one thing from me.
I think Far Cry 2's setting helped though with having all that like dry looking environment.
Yeah. But to be fair, it is just Montana. Like,
yeah.
Has anyone been there?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about
flammable?
it, I mean that's the whole point of it, isn't it? Because like Far Cry always has like quite isolating settings, so they need to pick a really isolating fucking state in America. It's a fucking
have you seen
nuke.
They've been there's been a leak for the next Far Cry. Apparently, it's going to be in an exotic location, and loads of people kicked off. Like, no, what? But like, what if it's just like New York?
What if it's Liverpool?
Far Cry Scunthorpe.
Far Cry Liverpool, and as soon as you get there, you're just like greeted by a bunch of weird people, and they're just like, "Have you got any fucking ciggies on you, lad?"
And let me tell you something, boy. I come from the Somerset Resistance.
Jesus Christ! If there was Far Cry Somerset, I'd be immediately looking for mods to turn the gun on myself.
Watch out, lad! She's got a flamethrower. Watch out!
He's fucking
Far
blew his
Cry
head off.
Belfast.
Far Cry.
I think what we should be doing is just naming places that would make a good Far Cry setting. Far Cry Belgrade.
Nah, I've got one. Far Cry Isle of Man. It's just a bunch of random old people on holiday.
Just confused old people as well. Like, they're not confused that you're there, they're just confused where they are.
What you do is, to make someone really confused, you put them in Isle of Man. A bunch of old people on holiday. There's no threat in the game, but you are given a gun. And the player has to debate whether to use that gun. And if he does, he becomes the threat then.
He becomes the Far Cry.
It comes up, and then he goes, wow, I really am a far cry from Civilization 6. And then it comes up, you are now playing Civilization 6.
And then Epic Games goes, hello.
And then Naughty Dog come in and go, I'm going to abuse my fucking employees now. I spit on them.
Poor. That's a classic reference. No spoilers.
No, I need to relive it. I need to relive that fucking video. Just this video of this guy talking about he's reviewing an onion, and it's like, I hope I like this, or my father will be mad because he had to pay for it. And he fucking bites into it, and he's like, "Yo, it's good, it's good." He takes another bite, and he just goes, "Too, it burns." Sounds like a moose. Bullwinkle.
Oh, it burns.
Too.
Okay, I'm gonna give it another try.
He spits it out and he's like, oh, my dad will be real bad. He just starts eating
And I think one of my favourite parts is like, well, I've had some at Subway. I don't know what this accent is, but I've had some at Subway, but they were red, and this one's white.
And it was also fucking diced up, you idiot. You're not eating an entire raw ingredient.
Yeah, it does just
That's
take a
really
bite out the onion. It's not like, it doesn't take like a slice, it just crunches down on it like a goddamn apple.
That'd be like drinking paint thinner and then being like, I don't understand why I'm blind because I've had alcohol in Coke. It's like, yeah, but you dunderhead. You absolute clod.
You elderberry sniffer.
It's the this new topic, because that we actually spent ages on that. I forgot that it initially started with us talking about Elite Dangerous.
Did it?
Yeah. Is there any films that like people have you seen online or recommended to your pet? What the fuck's that?
What?
It's like you're fucking unzipping and zipping up a Game Boy Advance or something.
That's the microphone. I was trying out different styles.
Oh. Is there any films that you've been recommended by online or like through people and they'd be like, you'd love this, and then you watch it and you're like, it's just alright. Like, it's not shit, it's just alright.
Whatever my dad recommends. I don't know why my dad's becoming such a focal point of my life, but...
Like, for me, it's... Have you ever seen Midsummer, the horror film?
Is it even a horror, though?
It's like an existential horror kind of thing, but not really. It's alright. It's a bit like budget Wicker Man. There was like a few sex scenes in it, but like, you just Google them. You don't have to really watch the film. It doesn't add much to it. I mean, I expect like the suspense kind of helps get to them points, but
I reckon it would have been better as a mini-series or something like that.
yeah, it would have been better as like a short film. Like, there was so much in it that it was just got a bit boring. And usually I'm someone who really likes slow burner films, especially horrors. But this one just didn't work. I think I might have appreciated more if I hadn't, for years, been hearing about how much it's changed the horror game. And then I'm like, you know, I'm expecting a lot, and then you go into it and you're like, the stuff that happens, like, it isn't enough to carry the rest of the film.
I mean, for me, it would have always been Star Wars. I can't remember who said just give it a try, and it was the second newest one, the middle of the new trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
It's weird you mentioned that, because I'm actually going through all the Star Wars films again. Original trilogy is good. prequel. I'm only up to one. One's just as bad as I remember it, but pod race.
It's so racist. No, look, I'm a pretty bad guy. I'm a pretty bad guy. When I get a little alcohol in me, you know the trade embargo blokes.
Get the
And
ones
they're
with the racist Asian accents.
Oh, what are we going to do? Like,
That's all I could. I'm fucking made up. You mentioned that because that's all I could remember when I went back to watch it. I was like, these are like the most racist Warner Brothers accents I've heard. Like, oh, the Jedi are the come on over here.
what are we going to do?
Even like Jar Jar Binks, the man who's voiced by a black guy, and like he's talking like, Misa go over here. Misa don't want to make Masa angry. Like fucking. All right, Jar Jar.
Like,
Tone it down a bit, Jar Jar. It's pretty bad.
Jar Jar, we get it. You want to make an ethno state.
It's such a fucking like. I mean,
I remember spending about 3 hours one night just to like binge watch all of the Star Wars like original trilogy and prequels, and I wanted to start off at the prequels. And I spent about 3 hours looking for the Phantom Menace because it just apparently did not exist anywhere. I was half tempted to go find my DVD special collector's edition or whatever that my dad got like decades ago. I powered on through. I ended up on like some Indian website for it. Said fuck it. The subtitles aren't that bad. It kept on buffering, and during all of this, whilst I was letting it preload, I started playing a video game. I got really drunk, and then just alt-tabbed back to, the movie. I started watching, and it the voices. I was just sat back in my chair, like half awake, longed out, the lights flickering, just watching this fucking racist ass. Oh no, what are we going to do?
like one's bad, but I think rewatched Attack of the Clones in ages, so that's what's next on my order of watching.
Dex isn't canon.
I'll probably think Attack of the Clones is worse because pod racing in episode 1 for me was sick and was like something good in that film, and from memory Attack of the Clones has nothing. At best, Phantom Menace is just boring. Like, as a kid, I don't understand how as a kid I thought it was alright because 70% of that film's talking about like trade negotiations and like political like coups and everything. And,
You know what I do remember from the Clone Wars?
Clone Wars or Attack of the Clones?
Attack of the Clones. It's the Clone Wars era. Do you not know about Clone Wars canon?
Canoe.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones. I remember. I don't like sand. Verge of them all.
Yeah. It's,
Obi-Wan Kenobi speaking to that guy who doesn't exist in the Star Wars universe anymore.
I remember
X.
Jango Fett, or is it Boba Fett in the prequels?
Django.
I remember the Django Unchained Fett fighting Obi-Wan. That was about it.
Really unfortunate that the like Samoan guy was flying the Slave One ship.
Yeah, why the fuck was it called the Slave One? There's a lot of, I think people need to this is going to be one of those things like in the future people are going to be revisiting these and think of like there's some fucking weird shit going on with Mr. Lucas in these prequels. It's just a lot of subtle racism. But I remember as a kid I had when did Phantom Menace 1999? I think that was when Phantom Menace come out.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so I was free when Phantom Menace come out then, and I had a Jar Jar Binks toothbrush holder, but like not to hold it because we already had a normal toothbrush holder, so it was more just a toy, and I just had this creepy ass Jar Jar head toy that I just had, and I was like, Here you go, come on Jar Jar, let's fucking, I don't know, here's the Ninja Turtles, and then I'd have them kick his head in. But like,
Sorry, what? I faced up for half a second. You're speaking about John Binks decapitation videos on liveleak.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just get the Splinter Cells to kick their heads in.
yeah, that's all you need to take away from that. You asked me before what Michael Bay's persona would be.
Did I?
Yeah.
I generally don't have recollection of much.
Well,
I haven't been drinking either. I've been a very good boy.
I was thinking on it, and I think he'd be a Shar-Pei dog, but with thunderous barks and nipples like thumbs.
Oh no, don't! That's a stray dog we saw on a walk. Well, I say we. I'm not allowed outside the house. I'm under house arrest due to the Bahraini law.
Yes, that's true. I've seen.
I feel
the
like
evidence.
that should have. I feel like that would have been a much better opener to this little podcast. That's right, I'm encroaching on your territory, you little flump.
I went silent. I was like waiting with anticipation.
I could see you shiver in anticipation. Fucking love that movie. Oh my god. Oh, the poor sod. Ted Curry. Ted?
Ted Curry.
No.
Denzel
Curry.
Curry.
Tim?
Oh yeah, Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. He's on a fucking wheelchair. It's not fair.
That's heart. No, what's even more heartbreaking for me, apart from being in a wheelchair, is his voice is just fully going. He doesn't sound like Tim Curry anymore because of the stroke I think it was he had. So it sounds like it is. And then you're like, that's the voice of one of the voices of my childhood. That's fucking speaking out his ear basically. I tried to make that sound respectful and it just come out as really mean.
Doing like a fan signing on the last, like he's on his real last legs. He can barely speak. He's like, "Hey, you coming out?" And you're just like, "Stop speaking out your ear, you fucking cunt!"
You know, can't be saying he's on his last legs, Pugga. He's in a wheelchair.
His last wheels. Okay, fine.
Wheeling.
How many?
Space.
How many? Space. How many kids in wheelchairs do you reckon you could take on?
Realistically,
Yeah.
are they coming at me one by one or like all at once? One on one.
Well,
Probably a few before I got tired. All at once.
well, they can't kick you.
All
so.
at once, about two. Because the sheer amount of them that would be pushing into me would just create a fucking hydraulic press and just fucking shatter my legs. And they'd be all going,
the trick would be take one out early and then get a wheelchair of your own.
and then it's just twisted metal.
Yeah.
Right.
Twisted spin.
We need to move on real quick because I've got two more topics and this one might take a while and we've already been going for an hour and 3 minutes.
Okay. Okay, go.
Can we just, for a little bit, appreciate the show that is Community? Because
Well, were you not having a minute of silence?
No.
Let's like appreciate. Oh no! What the fuck? I'm a peanut butter, and I'm here to say, oh, fucking bastard.
the Dean as a concept is probably the greatest character ever, and I'm glad we'd never get any proper answers to what his sexuality is. Like someone calls him like, what is it? Someone calls him like a pansexual or something. And he goes, that doesn't even begin.
Pansexual imp.
And someone says that doesn't even begin to cover it. We just, as much as the most we know about the Dean's sexuality is he's got a thing for Dalmatians.
And cross-dressing.
And cross-dressing, Dean-a-lean-a-lean. I wouldn't say cross-dressing
Dean-a-lean.
as much as just outfits.
No, but at the same time, if you remember in that one backstory episode, he sees a dress and he's like, I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
Oh yeah. Why does he sound like George
But-
Takei when you do an impression of him?
I mean, to
my.
be fair, they are kind of like the same person. Just one's Asian, one's pansexual.
Yeah. I just like the fact that their biggest claim to fame in Greendale is renowned actor Luis Guzman.
The bronze statue.
And he's just the most fucking dictator-looking person ever.
He's got a little bit of the burst on him as well to make it a little more threatening.
But also, like, for a show, how creative it was. Like, there was some legitimate good shots in that show, and like the special episodes, like the animated ones, like one that's animated like an 80s G.I. Joe cartoon, and like the last season. Like, it's such a fucking really good show.
The thing that really gets to me is the fact that a lot of it is genuinely inspired. It never steals an idea. It's inspired and it puts its own little spin on it.
What impressed me is when you think about it, Arbed as a concept should be the most annoying character ever, because he's a character whose whole gimmick is he's meta. Like, oh, he's self-aware, he's in his show pretty much, and he tells meta jokes and breaks the fourth wall. Like, any other character like that would be so annoying, and yet they find a way to actually make it endearing.
Right, I've just found two things. Whoops, I've...
One,
Fuck.
One just says...
Shh, shh, shh. It does not say Jaffife.
Jaffife.
Well, I forget how to fucking change file properties, because I don't want to upload the Jaffife. I've just found a picture of Chris Redfield, like a fan art already. It's not even been like a week. And I just want to compare it to, oh, he actually looks like... How do I change it? Sean?
Oh no. Can we move on to the last topic? And then I'll react to it after.
Okay.
Okay. And picture this as realistically as you possibly can. Is your nan alive?
Yeah.
Okay, right, that's important, because otherwise this would turn into a horror story. Right, picture it as realistically as you can. You've just woke up, you're a bit groggy, your door's open.
Yeah.
In your door frame, your nan's there. She looks completely normal, as she does, as you imagine your nan to look now. Except she's got a Hulk Hogan moustache. And she's screaming at you about a yapper pie strap match.
Okay, the Hulk Hogan stash, I wouldn't mind, because, I mean, to be fair, both my nans are just almost there, let's be honest. But,
Full on screaming about a yapper pie strap match. She's pointing at you, she's calling your brother. She's like, you wouldn't last 2 minutes in the yapper pie strap match. She won't tell you what it is. You'll never see a strap match in your life like everyone else in this world. But
she's sweating profusely.
No, she's worryingly calm besides the fact she's screaming.
Right, compare these two images.
Right, I'll try to describe them for the podcast.
So the first one, in my opinion, looks like a Rico Rodriguez fucking vampire fan art from 2008, and the second one is Fridge Redfield.
The first one, to me, looks like... Yeah, it does look like something like Just Cause 2 mixed with early 2000s boy band clothing and Calvin Klein facial expression. And the bottom one looks like some cunt called Oleg in a trench coat with no neck, and it looks like the coat hanger's still in the trench coat he's wearing because he's got a hunchback.
He's capable of vocalizing 3 noises. Ethan.
He looks like if he was to try and type anything, one finger press would break every single keycap. It would create a shockwave.
Sorry.
Well,
I went to type Halo 3 NCC PC release, and I started typing Byzantine Empire or some shit.
okay.
I think something's wrong with me.
We should end the podcast now because we're coming up to 1 hour 10 minutes. Pugga, can you give us a noise to end the podcast on?
Wait, hang on. I've got a better one.
We're waiting.
Okay, no, I did it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks. Say
Now-
you're welcome.